Welcome in on this Friday edition of the Mike Gallagher Show as we head into Memorial Weekend. Joey Hudson in for Mike today. It's a pleasure to be with you. 800-655-MIKE, 800-655-6453 is how you join the conversation. You can text me on the MyPillow text line. You can call. Teresa will put you in queue. We'll talk as time permits. Email me directly, joey@joeyhudson.com. We have a lot of breaking news today. Busy Friday. The U.S. Supreme Court has upheld President Trump's option to remove Biden-appointed officials within the federal government. This is a case of the National Labor Relations Board Chairman Gwen Wilcox being removed from her duties, and the Merit Systems Protection Board member Kathy Harris, two Democrat appointees of the Biden administration. President Trump removed them from their positions early in his administration. They sued, of course, and the Supreme Court agrees that President Trump has that option. He can remove people from their job and replace them with people who are better aligned with his administration. We'll dive into that in just a moment. Also, White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt yesterday declared that the Democrat Party has never been more radical and out of touch with the needs of the American people, she said, referencing those Democrats who voted against President Trump's big, beautiful bill this week. Members of the House pulled an all-nighter Wednesday going into yesterday morning in order to pass the bill. It was a squeaker passed by one vote. Every single Democrat voted against it. Unfortunately, two Republicans did as well. We're going to jump into that as well. The Department of Homeland Security is eliminating the student visa program at Harvard University due to pro-terrorist conduct at campus protests. This is in response to Harvard's refusal to comply with its request for behavioral records of student visa holders. This will hit Harvard hard because they depend a lot on the high tuition that these foreign students bring to their university. And it may not just be Harvard. DHS Secretary Kristi Noem says she's going to be looking at other schools as well. And we're learning more details about the horrific shooting of two Israeli embassy staffers outside of D.C.'s Capitol Jewish Museum, with officials saying that the suspect literally went back and fired more rounds into their bodies as they're lying on the ground to be sure that they are dead. Yesterday, Interim U.S. Attorney for Washington, D.C., Jeanine Pirro, announced murder charges against 31-year-old Elias Rodriguez. He's accused of killing the two Israeli embassy workers in cold blood Wednesday night in the name of a free Palestine. Rodriguez is a resident of Chicago. He's been charged with 2 counts of first-degree murder for the murders of a young couple, Yaron Lesinski and Sarah Lynn Milgram. Pirro announced the charges at a news conference yesterday, saying a young couple at the beginning of their life's journey, about to be engaged in another country, had their bodies removed in the cold of the night in a foreign city in a body bag. Here's Jeanine Pirro at her news conference yesterday announcing the charges.
2 families now are left to grieve for dreams that will never be realized. And as I speak right now, there is an individual who is being presented in court and charged with various crimes. 31-year-old Elias Rodriguez of Chicago, Illinois, is now charged by complaint after his initial appearance before U.S. Magistrate Judge Matthew Sharbaugh with the following: murder in the first degree for the murder of 30-year-old Yaron Lesinski, a foreign official and official guest of the United States. Mr. Lesinski was here on official business for the State of Israel. The defendant Rodriguez is also charged with 2 counts of murder in the first degree for both Yaron Lesinski along with 26-year-old Sarah Lynn Milgram of Kansas. In addition, there are several felony firearms charges for discharging a firearm in the middle of a violent crime and for causing the death of an individual through the use of that firearm. Now, this investigation is continuing, and as you can see, we have most of the stakeholders here today who will be given an opportunity to speak with you. But what I want to be clear about today, since this is the first time you're hearing from me, is that this is a horrific crime, and these crimes are not going to be tolerated by me and by this office.
Rodriguez could potentially face the death penalty. If convicted of either of the two counts, he could face also a minimum sentence of 30 years in prison and a maximum sentence of life behind bars as well. A lot of conversation about the potential death penalty. We're going to get in that in just a moment. Authorities in Chicago raided his apartment yesterday. Agents and officers in tactical gear carrying rifles and a ballistic-type shield were seen swarming the brick building around 9 a.m. yesterday morning. Images from Fox 32 Chicago show investigators on the scene for much of the day yesterday. The Metropolitan Police in D.C. said that it's increasing its presence at religious institutions across the city after this horrific crime. And also, according to an additional report, Rodriguez appeared to show no remorse for his actions. He, according to the report, fired several more times after the initial shots. Witnesses say that he had shot these two young people. He then walks back over and fires additional rounds into their body as they're lying on the ground. Police said the video shows a slim person wearing a blue jacket with a hood, a large dark-colored backpack, blue pants, and light-colored shoes, which is consistent with the clothes that Rodriguez was wearing. You can then see a man walking toward the museum and then walking away from where this horrific crime took place. What do you think? Are you good with the death penalty here? Is this a crime that warrants the death penalty? 800-655-MIKE, 800-655-6453. And speaking of the death penalty, a case in my home state of South Carolina, a death row inmate who killed his parents back in the late 1990s says that he's ready to drop all legal challenges to his death sentence, basically asking the court to allow him to fire his attorney so that he can receive the sentence that the court gave him, death. He's ready to die. What do you think about that as well? Should the South Carolina courts allow this? Allow him to, basically he's asking to represent himself and to drop all appeals. Many of you are texting saying, look, when the death penalty is given, it should be quick. Shouldn't be months and years of appeals.
For full shows, live and on demand, it's Salem News Channel.